Hello, friends in Facebook land, YouTube land, where else? LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Today's video is when is it a good time to start something new? And we've been thinking about that question. I think as we take off into our digital nomad, geographically free lifestyle, geographically fluid lifestyle, things are changing, and so you have to change, and you have to learn, you have to grow, and so that is leading to the question: when is a good time to start something new?
Yeah, because here we are.
And how do you start something new?
I'm 40. What is 46? And
Something like that.
You're 56.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And so here we are starting a brand new lifestyle.
Right.
And actually, while we're in this holding pattern of not being able to move internationally, we're also taking the time to try some new things as well. You actually just started a brand new sport.
Well, I started swimming. We're down here in North Carolina. Thank you again, Lee and Elaine Fournier, for hosting us here. And there's an indoor pool and an outdoor pool, and Kim loves to swim.
I love to swim. In fact, I was a swim instructor. I volunteered to teach swimming starting at, I think it was like 13 or 14 years old. I was on swim teams.
Yeah.
I love being in the water. I love being in the pool. And I've always held back from doing it because of time commitments to get to a pool, swim in a pool, the temperature, and just like lifestyle. And also, honestly, I've held back from going into a pool because I'd never found a shampoo that could counteract the damage of the chlorine. So
that's been a big deal.
That's
been a big
tiny
deal.
little.
So we get that problem solved.
Yeah, we get that problem
Ask
solved.
us about that. And so part of my inspiration was knowing Kim loves to swim. I actually started off I grew up around water my whole life, on water, in water, around water, and never really.
But you never learned how to swim.
All I could do was thrash for like 15 yards, and then I'm gasping, and
True.
Get me out of the water. So, so I've started swimming, and today I did 6 25-yard, lights.
With
freestyle,
rhythmic
with the
breathing and
that mysterious breathing while you're swimming thing.
yeah.
So, as it turns out, I'm starting to like it, and I feel like it's going to be a good activity, good exercise for, number one, learning something new is just good.
Learning something new is always good because
good for the brain.
And think about it. We were with our nephew this past week, and he's almost 1.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can almost see the brain plasticity, like all the nerves coming together as he's learning these new skills, like walking and talking and like picking up a spoon and all these things. And so
Everything's new.
So it's always good to start something new, especially something like swimming.
Yeah.
Because you're actually refiring and rewiring the brain, which is amazing for brain function.
Yeah. So we've been going to the gym, working out in some form, working out for multiple years now, and it turns out we this last weekend we got to see a great training from BJ Fogg about
BJ
tiny
Fogg.
habits.
Go check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I've never heard of BJ Fogg before.
Yeah.
He's like literally mind blown. Behavioral design.
Behavior design.
Yeah.
So we were doing something that, without really realizing it, going to the gym. Right after the gym, we would talk about how great it felt, not just to have kept the goal, met the goal, the tiny goal of just getting there, but just feeling better for getting movement and warming up the muscles. And
I don't know about you guys, but when I get out of bed, like I'm a slow starter in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I like to be in my nest. I like my
little sloth.
Yeah, I like my sensory shut down. I just like to be in my little cocoon.
Yeah.
And that's not a good place to then step into a high vibe.
No. No.
Just having fun, doing my career, but going to the gym, having my nootropic, coming home. Woo! It's like a whole different shift, and it takes such little time. So that shine, he talks about the feeling good, and that the when you allow yourself to feel good, it helps you to create habits because you crave the feeling good.
So we naturally do that for young children, who are learning something new all the time. But it's good to do it for yourself. Mm-hmm. It's good to do it for people you're in relationship with. It's good to do it for people in your realm of care and concern who are trying something new. Just, you know, if you recognize it, give them a little shout out, give them a little high five, make them feel good for sticking to the commitment or launching or whatever it is.
Yeah, because really it's not like, he talked about the fact that it's not about being consistent like that. Do something for 21 days, slog through, it'll become a habit. He's like, actually, that's kind of false. Like, how many times have you tried to do that? And it was really mind-bending to just think, oh, do something in a way that you feel good and you love to feel good, so you'll crave doing it. It was like just taking the time to design, engineer your habit change, finding an anchor for the habit change, so something you already do, a prompt, like, oh, I always brush my teeth, so what could you do after you brush your teeth, right?
We're talking about tiny habits still.
Tiny habits, yeah.
But he also talked about, you know, picking a habit, you know, adding something new to your life that would be effective. And he said something I can do, something I want to do, something I can do, and then following it up with what he calls Chime, which is a little celebration for meeting a minimum goal.
Minimum goal.
You
like
can beat
one
it if you
push-up.
want to, but set it, contrary to what some people might say, he says set the bar low so that you have the experience of meeting that goal.
Yeah.
And then you can beat it if you want.
Because if you get up and you're like, your prompt is you get out of bed and you do one push-up. You know you're going to do one push-up and you're
Every
like,
day.
woo, high five self.
Yeah.
Like literally, like high five self, do a
But-
little happy dance, but then you're like, oh, I might as well do, I'm feeling good,
Yeah.
I have time to
Yeah.
do it, maybe I'll do 2, versus saying, I'm going to do 10 push-ups a day and I'm going to
Yes,
add 10
yes.
push-ups a day.
But if you do 2 push-ups a day for the next year, that's going to make, it's actually going to change things quite a bit. I've been working on a TEFL, Teaching English as a Foreign Language certificate. I've been continuing a little bit every day, learning Japanese with a Duolingo. I've started jumping rope.
Backwards. Jumping rope backwards. Like, I was
Just
like,
jumping
jump
rope. I never learned. But going back to swimming, it's great because growing up on water, around water, near water, and never being able to propel myself across, it was just this great mystery to me. And it's really not so mysterious. And one of the things you like about it is because we're in this primal health coaching course, you can sprint in the water.
Yeah,
And
yes.
it's one heck of a workout.
Yeah,
really.
so like Primal
Yeah.
Living is a health coaching program that we're both going through. And it does have 10 very simple tenets, right?
Yeah.
Movement is one of them, and talking about, every once in a while lift heavy things, every once in a while sprint. Like, not making it crazy, but when you're doing those activities, it actually triggers genetic switches inside your body that turn your life buttons on, right?
Yeah.
And
Even
so,
if you have to imagine it, like down here, I can imagine I'm being chased by an alligator.
right, exactly.
Let's just go for it.
And I'm not a land creature. I've never been a land creature.
No, you're
like, I'll let you in a little secret. When I was in high school, we were supposed to run a mile in order to pass gym class. And I swam in states. Like, I wasn't a sloth, even though he called me a sloth. I
No.
wasn't a sloth.
Cute.
But, a cute sloth. But I could not run a mile. Couldn't. I'm not a land creature.
But how many people do you know can go swim 1,000 yards or 500-yard warm-up?
Yeah, but I
crazy.
love swimming. So
Yeah.
not a land creature. So sprinting in the water, so fun. Totally craving it.
It's amazing. And plus, she's way better than me at it. So
Well, he just started like,
that's just fun for her.
2 weeks ago?
I think it's
I just
fun for
show
her.
off.
And the other thing that's happening, because we're down here, we're not up in Maine, is that we are getting our vitamin D, natural vitamin D
Yep.
hormone.
Don't want to rub it in
Yes.
for all of you in Maine, but it was like high 70s, low 80s today, and we were swimming in an outdoor pool. Shoot, how did it take us this long to make
But
that
not just
session?
swimming around. We actually went for our, midday movement where
Yeah.
we went and worked out, and we did a few sprints, and you did the 300 and I did a 200 or something.
But anyways,
Yada, yada.
when is it a good time to
When is it
make
good
a
time?
change, to do a new beginning?
What things have
to
you been thinking?
start?
What
are you starting?
What are you starting?
What are you considering starting?
Why wait till the new year?
Why are you not starting? So those are all good conversations.
Not from a judgment place, just out
No.
of curiosity.
Comment below or private message us. We'd love to have those conversations. Okay? Hey Danielle, hey Taryn, great to see you guys. We'll talk to you soon.